So hi guys, first of all I just want to apologize for the bad lighting in here. It's really terrible weather today, and so my entire apartment is very dark, and the traffic seems louder, I think, because the roads are a little bit wet, so I apologize if there's any distracting background noise or terrible lighting in here. I'm actually filming right now on my phone because my camera that I usually film on was completely dead, and so I've got it charging in the other room, but I really wanted to get this video out and filmed as fast as possible just because I've been feeling very ill the last few days, mentally and physically, and so I'm finally feeling in a mood where I can talk, and so I would like to just film it right away and get it out to you guys as fast as possible. So I just want to give you guys a quick update today about my tapering off of my Trintellix medication and how it's been going. So the last time I updated you guys, I think I was on 10, or I think I had gone from 15 milligrams down to 10, and now for the last, I think, week and a half, I've been from 10 milligrams down to just 5. One thing about going down to 5 milligrams is I've really noticed a huge difference in my side effects and my withdrawal symptoms that I've been having. Going down to 10 from 15 was uncomfortable, but I felt emotionally okay. Like, I know I had a lot of physical symptoms, like I had problems with focusing, I had weird headaches and all of that kind of stuff, terrible insomnia, but emotionally I was okay. Like, I was sensitive, but I didn't have terrible anxiety, I didn't have very bad depression or anything like that. This has been different this last week and a half. I have been not very well emotionally at all. Basically, I've been on 5 milligrams, I think, for about a week and a half or so now, and I don't know what it is about the jumps when you start getting to the really lower doses, but it has been very, very, very rough. So one thing that I have been very concerned about is that I have been very up and down with my mood, and by that I mean I've been having a lot of irritability. One second I'll feel okay, and then the next I will feel really, really sad and depressed and down, and then the next second I'll feel really irritable and angry. So I haven't really had any tolerance for anything. Any little thing will just completely destroy me, and it's just been very, very difficult for me. I've been feeling really tired all the time. I've been feeling quite nauseous, and my appetite actually has changed a lot this time. I've been noticing that I eat a lot less, and I've been used to giving myself specific portions that I've required over the last year or two, because my appetite was heightened on my SSRIs, and now I've been making myself the same portions, but I've noticed I can only eat about half of it, so I'm having to relearn how much food to make myself, and I'm just feeling a little bit sicker in general, so a little bit of an upset stomach and that kind of thing. Energy-wise, I have been feeling very tired and very exhausted, and I haven't really had much motivation for getting stuff done. We did end up cleaning our whole apartment the other day for a valuation from a realtor. We're not sure yet if we're going to be moving or not, but we just wanted to basically get a baseline of how much our place is worth in case we do decide to get a bigger place in the future. And so in order to have it looking presentable, we did a huge clean. I cleaned basically for 8 hours straight in the day, and it was super exhausting, but when it was done, I just felt so satisfied. But I'm noticing this past week with my withdrawal being how it has been, we're slipping back a little bit, and I'm getting behind again on certain chores, so my dishes are completely just filled dirty in the sink, and my bed's unmade, and the clutter's starting to build up a little bit just because I've been really struggling with having the energy and motivation to get up and do those things this week. I'm feeling a little bit frustrated about that because I was very determined to keep everything really clean as it was, and I feel like I'm slipping back again, and it's so frustrating. One thing that has really disturbed me this last week is something that happened last night. I don't really know how best to describe it, but I was feeling extremely depressed and frustrated and anxious, and my emotions just really got the best of me. I was feeling very upset, and the pain that I felt emotionally was just so incredibly overwhelming and intense, and I cried a little bit, but it didn't really let it out. Like, I couldn't release that weird energy inside of me. I just felt so incredibly emotional and sad and depressed. And I actually found myself turning to physical pain as a way to release that, and that is not something that I have ever done before. I didn't do anything too drastic, but I noticed I was sitting there and I was so engulfed by emotional pain, and I just felt so incredibly sad and depressed and angry, and there were all these emotions swirling inside of me, and I was kind of holding my hands together, and I dug my nails into my hand really, really, really hard until the physical pain was so intense that it was drowning out the emotional pain. I guess that was a way for me to kind of release it in a way, like I needed some kind of way to release what I was feeling. Actually, I noticed afterwards that I had almost broken through the skin completely. There were purple deep nail marks in my hand, and even today when I woke up like 24 hours later, there are still red marks in my hand. And so that, like I said, I didn't do any lasting damage. I didn't break the skin or anything like that, but that experience scared me because I've never been the kind of person where I've gotten to that point where I've hurt myself in some way because of how I was feeling emotionally. So that's a little bit distressing to me because it's clearly just so overwhelming for me coming off the medication, and I'm not really sure what else to do about it and how to kind of fix that. You know, your emotions may be caused by withdrawing off the medication, but they're still real. Like, even though they're not necessarily rational or how I'm actually feeling, you are still feeling them, if that makes any sense. Like, I know that those emotions are a result of my brain coming off of these chemicals that I've been feeding it for the last 2 years. And so I know that I'm not really angry. I'm not really, feeling that way for a legitimate reason. But even, it doesn't matter what the cause of the emotions are, they're still there. You could argue that they're not real emotions because they're caused as a result of withdrawing off SSRIs, but they're real emotions in the sense that I feel them, and trust me, they are completely there, and it's very difficult to deal with that kind of thing because you are feeling that way and you don't know why you are, but you are. And it's just, I don't really know what to say about it other than I've just been really struggling this last week and a half, and I'm not really sure what to do about it. I guess I'm just gonna have to try and write it out as best as I can, but I don't really know the best way to do that. Physically speaking, loss of appetite, feeling extremely exhausted all the time, not much motivation. I've been having headaches still. I've been having a fair amount of dizziness. And emotionally speaking, I have been having bouts of anxiety. I've been having bouts of irritability. I've been having angry outbursts. And I've been having insomnia. And I've been having basically just up and down emotions all over the place, and it's scary because I can't control them right now. Basically just taking it one day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time, and just trying to get through it as best as I can. But it's scary because sometimes withdrawal can actually last months, and I don't know if I can go through months of this. I'm just hoping that I can stay strong and not give in and go on to something else. Obviously then I'll have to start the withdrawal process all over again eventually, so I'm just hoping I can come off the meds. Scary because if I'm already feeling this way on 5 milligrams, I'm really scared of what I'm gonna feel like when I get down to nothing. I don't know, I'm gonna keep you guys posted, and I really hope that some good comes of this and that I start to kind of level out again soon and stabilize a little bit, because right now I'm just feeling very overwhelmed and very frustrated with how I'm feeling. So yeah, gonna try and stay optimistic though. Right now I'm feeling pretty okay, and I'm just gonna try and rein in my emotions as much as possible and remind myself that no matter how I feel, you know, it'll pass, and it's just part of the process of withdrawing, however long that takes. Hopefully it'll be okay. I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, hopefully everything's fine, so we'll just wait and see, and I'll hopefully get another video up for you guys very soon.